Spag. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning. It is Sunday. We haven't posted on a Sunday morning in a minute, but hey, the weekend is here. We done made it. If you happen to be in the States, you got a 3-day weekend, so you already know that's a good thing. And the other good thing is subscribing to this channel. Thank you guys for taking the time to help the channel grow. We got some hot, trust me, every damn chapter today is a hot ass topic, so we's about to check it. Let's go. All right, now into them first set of EVO is officially moving. Buttons that need to be checked. The Super Bowl of the FGC, right? Our biggest tournament in the history of the FGC has officially posted, I think it was just yesterday, right? They put this on their official Twitter page saying, save the date, 2024 patch notes. I see what they're doing, trying to be a little cute with it. They say reduced recovery on EVO 2023, and they say EVO Las Vegas 2024, now July 19th through the 21st. Venue adjustments, this is where the big news comes in, right? It says +1 to convention activity days, previously just 2 days, and new location. More details coming January 2024. Damn, so let's unpack this real quick. We got, first of all, FGC reacting. I'll put some of those on the screen right now. But the big ones right here, the date, not so much, right? It's only changing it by like a week. But the convention activity days, that's what's up, because before, if I'm not mistaken, I've been to EVO twice. You do, the floor opens up Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday, it's usually just for the arena. So basically, you get 2 days of EVO. By Sunday, most of the people are going home. Now, this, of course, is what's sticking out the most. People are posting, you can see it on the screen, saying new location, and they're kind of spectating as to why. You see Mr. Aqua as well saying Sunday casuals, BYOB, community events. Others are like moving it because of DreamCon is crazy, and that's the main topic right now. A lot of people are speculating that the reason why they're moving it is because either there's like DreamCon San Diego, and they're like, well, there's too many cons that weekend period. Which is crazy to think of because this last EVO that just passed was the biggest, right? It was the biggest numbers that they've ever done, and it looks like they got a taste of that, and they're not trying to give it up anytime soon. They're like, we're trying to do even better next year. How could we do that? Let's change the date. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it more, I guess, doable for people that are going to these cons as well. Let's not compete against these guys. Let's add an extra day of, fun and activities. And on top of that, we're changing the location, which is fucking crazy. I would imagine, obviously, they're not going outside of Vegas because they just got the damn key to the city. They did this whole ceremony, right, with the Cannon Brothers and whatnot. They were like, Vegas loves you guys. You're the best. We're going to give you the key.
Thank you so much. On behalf of Clark County, the sports capital of the world, we have the Super Bowl down the road. We have F1 up the road. We have every other sport. But EVO is the most important sport we have. Thank you so much.
I'll agree with that.
This is the key to the strip. No matter what else you want to do, this keeps you out of jail tonight. So please be careful.
I would imagine it's going to be someplace bigger at this point since they're just planning on the numbers getting, growing even more, which is crazy because hasn't it been at the Mandalay Bay for like years upon years? Like that huge venue, it's always like been right now. Granted, the lines are like out the fucking window, but the space itself, once you get on the inside, is huge. So the fact that they're changing location, like, damn, what are they gonna do? It's exciting. It's fucking exciting to see. And the good news is it seems to be exciting in a positive way, right? There's definitely nothing here that I can see that people are gonna start complaining about. It just seems to be like bigger and better. The only thing that kind of comes to mind, and I wanna shed some light on this, and it's not technically negative, but it's something that I feel needs to be addressed because I've seen this young man talk about this for years and it doesn't seem to have happened yet. Mr. Broly Legs. Y'all know Broly Legs. If you don't know this guy, he's a disabled gamer. He's one of the best, if not the best, chuns in the FGC for a long time. And the kid, or I shouldn't say kid, he's a grown-ass man, but he plays with his mouth. So he somehow figured out a way to put the controller up to his face and he uses his tongue like through his cheek. He uses like, I guess pressing against, his cheek and his lips. He uses his tongue to hit these buttons. And I think just at EVO, like this last one, he got 129. Out of how many people were there? Like 7,000 people. He got 129th and he plays with his tongue. He's been saying this for quite some time, right? He says, on that note, I'm truly disappointed. in EVO for not having a ramp. I was deep in my bracket and I was told there's no ramp until maybe later. Honestly, it's disrespectful. You all know my condition, my game, and it's 2023. A local in Austin has ramps. Don't know if I will ever travel again. And then you can see there's others that kind of support him in the comments, you know, saying that, yeah, there's kind of no excuses at this point. It is 2023. Other tournaments have it. It's pretty easy to set up a ramp. I even saw this post from him back on 2019. Where he said, no wonder there's no ramp to the EVO stream stage. My tongue play is too lewd. Hashtag core values. And of course he's being funny, but the fact remains, it was 2019 and he was still talking about, please give me some ramps for EVO. So I could see his frustration. The guy just wants to play. This is his livelihood. He's been around in the FGC for a long time. He's been a dominant player for a long time, very inspirational. So that's one thing that we could hope to see EVO making those adjustments in 2024. As of right now, you wouldn't think that it would be a huge problem because it seems like sky's the limit. How y'all feeling? EVO changing, the numbers growing. We don't know the new location, but they're adding, just getting bigger and bigger. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, EG, Evil Genius's CEO stepping down with some controversy, buttons that need to be checked. So this one just broke the other day, right? Y'all may know Evil Geniuses has been one of the major sponsors in the FGC for quite some time. Well, there was a new CEO, and I think she was like first became CEO back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, right? Not only that, she was the first female esports CEO. Her name is Nicole Jameson, and apparently she just made this statement, or EG, I guess, made it on her behalf as well, saying that she stepped down. As far as the statement, and of course I'll put it on the screen if you guys want to take the time to read it, it doesn't really say anything why. It literally just says she's proud of her time and what she's achieved and the fact that she's stepping down. And at the end saying, that's all for now from me, but please join me in the excitement and congratulations of announcing EG's intern CEO, someone who has been my longtime right hand, dear friend, and the leader. I trust most to bring EG into continued new heights. Chris De Apolonio, which I'm probably butchering the name, but more to come from the EG team and Chris in the coming weeks. But until then, hashtag live evil. Okay, but some notes to point out in the statement right here where she said, honor of a lifetime, that she did join in 2019. It's been a humbling 4.5 years. They've had some failures and learned a ton and celebrated many successes and joy. Okay, so that was pretty much it. You have a lot of people wishing her well, right? So it didn't really look like it was like, oh, there was some controversy or she's stepping down for a particular reason. But then you start noticing in some of the replies where people are like, good riddance, or you needed to go, or we don't care for you at all, stuff like that. You start wondering like what's really going on. Well, somebody by the name of @retro4214. And apparently at one time he was an intern at Evil Geniuses and he knows Nicole fairly well, and he didn't like the way she was running things at all. So he writes this saying, I have mixed emotions about this, and thanks to Genius League / EG, I was able to enter the industry in the first place and jumpstart my career. Many people to this day still call me EG Retro or recognize me by that brand, although that version of myself died long ago. Then down below he goes on to say, but I still wish it didn't end up going down like that in the first place, as just like every other fan to the start, I wanted nothing more but for EG / Nicole to succeed, and I was willing to do anything in my power to do that, even just being a little intern at the time. Yet I was let down and lied to, just like many other young professionals in the scene, and it needs to change. Nicole did irreparable damage to an entire generation of this beautiful sport, and I feel like it's all too common, and I want that to change personally. Esports, just like many other industries, suffers from taking advantage of young professionals' passion and hunger to enter the scene, make sure they take them for all that they're worth, only to be tossed aside whenever it's convenient. After working at EG and giving it my all, I genuinely did not want to return and disappear from the scene completely due to the burnout and abuse. That's why now today, when the table is flipped and I'm the one calling the shots for a company filled with fellow young talented professionals, I want to make sure that every day they are treated as such professionals and respected as the individuals they are. I want to take note of everything Nicole and other executives said or treated me by and make sure none of that is ever repeated. Esports is still in its infancy and has a long way to go, but we need to take care of each other and make sure we can go the distance because too many talented and passionate individuals are being pushed out the scene when they deserve the spotlight more than anything else. I hope this is the beginning of a new chapter in this organization / scene, and I hope no one else has to go through what I did. let's get better. And you can see the comments below. Some people saying they were there or they saw like what he was going through. A lot of people agreeing with him. And that's when you start seeing these opposite quotes towards Nicole, right? Saying basically, good riddance, which is crazy because this is my only experience with Nicole. I've never met her. I can't even tell you anything about her personally or anything like that. All I can tell you is what the story is right now, right? I can't go left or I can't go right. The only thing I do remember about her is, I don't know if y'all remember, when Chris G was suspended, right? He was let go from Evil Geniuses. This is during COVID, right? During the lockdown and all that. Remember when all kinds of people were getting banned and like canceled, so to speak? All this stuff, right? Like getting banned from EVO. The list goes on. But anyway, Chris G was along that same timeline, and he wasn't banned from anything, but he was let go from Evil Geniuses from something that he did. At the time, I think it was like 3 years old. It could be older, but I think at the time it happened, it was like 3 years old. So there was this huge debate, right? Because a lot of people were like saying, how are you gonna try to cancel this man for something he did 3 years ago and apologized for? While others were like, no, he deserves it. There was a lot of back and forth, but then lo and behold, Evil Geniuses made a public statement saying that they were releasing him.
They tried to give me hush money, and I said no, which means I can't get hush money anymore. So I just got to figure out a way to make money quick enough and try to move again. Yeah, the hush money was a severance pay. And they told me that if I didn't take down the tweet of me saying that they told me to do this, that they weren't going to give me the money. So I don't have that.
And I remember because I interviewed Chris G, and he said he was confused because he was like, I talked to Evil Geniuses when this happened. And when I apologized to them, they told me personally that I was good and I have nothing to worry about. And he said Nicole got the job after the fact in 2019. He said Nicole knew about this, right? She had been the president or the CEO for a whole year and done nothing about this. But when all this stuff started happening in 2020, a year later, because of the quote unquote, I guess, movement going online, he said she then made the decision to pull his past into the present and let him go. A lot of people were trying to make it out to be like Nicole, that, oh, it's because she just took over and she just saw this, and because it just got to her desk, she was like, nah, we ain't having this. But then others people were saying, no, she's been around for like a year or something like that.
Yep.
Now, was that the case? She's been around for a while, right? She just did it. They were trying to make it seem like she just got the job. And
no, people like to make excuses for a lot of things. She been new, and the reason why I'm saying she knew is because she's obviously tweeting. She's obviously tweeting, so she is a social media user.
Okay.
And a lot of the things that she would tweet out would get hateful comments about me.
Okay.
And they would post it quite often.
Yeah.
So, like, let's be real. She saw it. And unless she's really gonna act like, oh, I just say things, I just do, social media stuff and hit send, and then I don't look at my phone all day. Like, that's not real. I was on the team for a whole year.
Yeah.
While you were the boss.
Yeah.
So at that moment, like, you should have known about all your players.
Right.
Especially when random people bring it up. And I remember asking Phil and stuff and my other managers, and I'm like, yo, like, so is everything good? Like, is she okay with it and stuff like that? And it's like, oh yeah, no, you're fine. Like,
wow.
This is gonna blow over. We're sticking with you, your family. You're one of us forever until you decide to quit.
That's why he was calling bullshit. He was like, how the hell are you gonna try to seem woke now when you've been knowing about me and all of this for a year? That's my only memory of Nicole, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I can only tell you the story from how I received it. I've never met her personally. I don't know if she's wonderful or she's a great CEO. All I know is as of right now, it looks like it's mixed reviews. So this is in no way taking shots at Evil Geniuses altogether. It just looks like some of the actions that Nicole did are in question. But that's the story right now. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, Arslan Ash clapping back for cheating accusations. Buttons that need to be checked. So this one broke the other day too, right? So Spag, profile on the screen, broke this one the other day, right? Huge in the teching community. Posted this saying there's a screenshot going around of a public PC used by Arslan Ash's boot camp. The crack folder shown is for the software which increases download speed, IDM, and for the folder with T8, right? Tekken 8. In it only has the CNT and Rockstar Games launcher. There is no evidence of the T8 crack. And I'll put the screenshots that he posted on the screen. I guess these are the picture that's going around and what people are using to accuse Arslan. I see others posting down below and you got mixed reviews. Like some are like, I mean, if you say so, and they're posting, I guess this is supposed to be a screenshot of Arslan on stream. And they're circling the files right there, right? But then you see others responding to that saying, this is from the site on the picture, free for PC. Can you find Tekken 8 crack 6.41 on it? Can you find any games on there at all? I'll wait. Basically, in other words, calling bullshit, right? Others are like saying, so if you can't defeat him, just ban him, right? Low life mortals. Others adding saying, it's so funny that people think the best player in the world needs a cracked alpha version of the game to get ready for it. People just want to hate the man just to hate him. Why some on that flip side saying, this has got to be the silliest cover-up attempt I've seen. You could have just said his stream is backed up to his desktop screen and it would have been more believable. But I think most, and I would say, you know, from the comments that I'm reading, are saying like this train of thought, saying free for PC, I think it's the website right here, isn't even a website that hosts game cracks. This is the navigation menu of the website, and you can see down below. Then none other than Arslan Ash, right, responds to this himself saying, why do people have to assume the worst without first asking for an explanation? Even tagging the developers and asking for me to be banned. To those people, please get a life. Damn. This man said they're assuming the worst, but not only that, they're even tagging the developers asking for him to be banned. And to those people, please get a life. That's some shit, right? Because you're messing with somebody's livelihood, like for real. Like before anything, they're literally going straight to who? Bamco, Harada, whoever. And they're like, you need to ban this guy. Like their best player. I mean, come on, let's put some thought behind it. You would think, right, that if it's Arslan, and I'm not trying to say that there's FGC favoritism in this particular situation, but if it's somebody this well known, like arguably the best player in the damn game, you would think that, you know, there's going to be at least some investigation, right, behind everything. They're not just going to see a screenshot and say, oh, we're banning them. I would like to believe in any situation where there's a ban called for, there has to be some type of investigation. And from those on that other side defending Arslan, saying this is not even a website for that, you can't even find any games on that, where's the proof? It seems like that's probably all you need to know about this at this point. But it is crazy to see how quickly people were to try to get this man banned, you know, just like straight out the scene. Kind of just goes to show no matter who you are, no matter how loved you are, in some circles, there's always somebody out there ready to hate on that ass. But that's just me. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you for the amazing love and tuning in. Like I said, it's Sunday. Hope you guys have a good day today. And if you happen to be in the States, hope you have a good day off tomorrow. Wanted to give a quick shout out to the latest Patreon, right? $5 pledge from FGC Combo Project. I'm gonna put their profile on the screen. Thank you guys for reaching out. Thank you for so much love. Honestly, the continued support in the Patreon is amazing. I plan to drop a new video for Patreon today. Hope you guys enjoy it, and it has to do along the lines of dealing with all the hate and getting through all the bullshit that's online as a content creator and just as a person in general in the FGC. So thank you guys for the amazing love. We will see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day, which in that case, it'll be that HT. So we'll see. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
And Broly Leg said, no wonder there's no ramp on the EVO stream stage. My tongue play is too lewd. This man, it is. Have you seen this man, how he uses his tongue? He is a damn magician. He is a wizard with that tongue. Can you imagine Broly just bodying bitches? You know what I'm saying? He'd be down there just doing 36 hit combos and shit, just going to town. Don't bring your girl around Broly. Nope, I've been around Broly a handful of times, and every time I left my wife at the house, I ain't, fuck that. Can't trust a tongue like that. Hell no. EVO, give him a fucking ramp. Give him a ramp up there, and then give him a ramp directly away from everybody's woman. Because this motherfucker, that tongue is deadly.